This is the truth about being an extrovert. Okay, so society tells us an extrovert is a person that's good with people, that love to interact with people and love to talk, and a people person, this and that and that and that. You feel what I'm saying? Which that's partially true, but it's also a shallow perspective of it as well. It gets a lot deeper than that. You feel what I'm saying? And also, some of that can come from a lack of as well. So I'm finna get into both of those: what an extrovert actually is, and where people's current perception of an extrovert comes from. Alright, so with that being said, an extrovert is, okay, break down in words. I like to break down words to make things simpler for us. Break down it so you can comprehend it. Extrovert. Extro basically means outside, external, you feel what I'm saying? When you see that prefix X or XT, it basically means external, outside, you feel what I'm saying? And vert basically means up, which in this case, ascension, you feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, extroverts are people who upward spiral, who ascend through their external experiences, you feel what I'm saying? An introvert is the opposite. Extroverts are people who basically have these interactions with other people in society, and this is how they learn, and this is how they develop and function, you feel what I'm saying? All of us are introverted and extroverted at certain times, but some people have an evolution style of being an extrovert, which means that they interact with people in order to learn and grow. You learn your life experiences, and you process this through human interaction. Introverts, they have these same experiences, but they process it in solitude, you feel what I'm saying? And they upgrade like that. Says an introvert may go up to someone, have this experience, get it wrong, go home, process it, come back next time, get it right. An extrovert may go up to somebody, have this experience, and while they're in the moment, they're improving it in a moment, so next time they come to the situation, they're going to get it right, you feel what I'm saying? It's this information in solitude and said, okay, I got to do this next time. One process this situation in interaction with somebody else and say, okay, next time when I interact with people, I do this, you feel what I'm saying? Moments of both, but some people are primarily in one of these sections, you feel what I'm saying, of evolution. So with that being said, when you learn your evolution style, you are better able to evolve in humanity, evolve in society, you feel what I'm saying? You're basically able to bring harmony to the way that you function, you feel what I'm saying, in order to get a better result. And once you get a better result on your actions, you get a better result on your external world, you feel what I'm saying? And that shallow version of extrovertism that people talk about, that people love being people, sometimes people are like that because they lack introspection, you feel what I'm saying? They lack being able to be alone, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's certain people in the world who can't be alone for 5 minutes. They have to be on the phone with somebody, they have to be scrolling on TikTok, they have to do something that keeps them from being alone and going within. These people are actually extroverts, but they refuse to go within and be alone and process to themselves, you feel what I'm saying? Because all these things come up, and it's basically, it gets like mold. You know how if you leave something in the refrigerator and it gets old and it starts to get moldy, and the longer you leave it untasted and you try to ignore it, the more moldy it gets and the more it overtakes other things and it just get more mold, the mold starts spreading. That's how it is. People don't look at themselves, they don't introspect within themselves and see what's going on within themselves, so they try to ignore it, then it starts to get moldy, and then they definitely don't want to deal with it because now it's nasty and it's dirty and it's moldy, and they just try to ignore it more and basically use distractions in order to distract themselves from processing this stuff, you feel what I'm saying? But so with that being said, perceive yourself as an introverted person or an extroverted person. Do the work, go within, heal yourself, be better than you were yesterday, you feel what I'm saying? With that being said, it's your guys Amar. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Truthfully, peace and hope. This is Truth, Stay Righteous.